Alright guys, so recently, I think it was when the double rates banner actually came out, but this Vegeta did get an easy A, and he is pretty good now. So first, well, if you know what he does, feel free to skip forward in the video a little bit. If you don't, I'm going to start breaking him down. So, his leader skills, whatever, he gives 3 ki and 40% to all types. I mean, I guess you could use that in Battlefield if you needed to. But then, this is the main part of his card. His super attack. He raises defense and causes supreme damage to enemy. And you know, raising defense, they could not even have a passive. But raising defense at least makes you useful in like 2 modes. Like raising defense in the Legendary Goku event and the Ultimate History. What's it called? I don't remember what it's called. The Dragon Ball History event. I keep forgetting what it's called. But you're good for at least those 2 events. One thing I should mention, he is 90%. I thought I had full copies for him. I was missing 1 copy, which makes me feel really stupid because I'm pretty sure I bobbed one the other day. But whatever. So just keep that in mind. He's not fully rainbowed. And his passive is pretty good. He gets 3 ki attacking defense plus 70%, and that's just at the start of turn. He no matter what gets that. And then he gets an additional attack plus 30% and chance of performing a crit up 7% for each turn when HP is under 80% or well, when it's under 80%. So I'm not real sure on how that works. It's not really like telling you what it does. So I'm not sure if it's like, let's say one turn you're below 80%, if then he has a 7% chance to crit and 30 extra % attack for the rest of the fight, or like if you go back above 80%, does that just go away and then it comes back once you're below 80% again? I'm not really sure. But his links are actually better than I thought they were. He is Prepared for Battle, Super Saiyan, Saiyan Warrior Race, Golden Warrior, Royal Lineage, Blazing Battle, and Shattering the Limit. The reason I'm saying they're better than I thought they were, I had no idea he had Prepared for Battle. I really thought he didn't, because a lot of the units that awaken from the same event that this guy awakens from, I can't remember the name of anything right now, but they don't have Prepared for Battle. Now, categories, not on many categories, on Pure Saiyans, Vegeta's Family, Super Saiyan, Android/Cell Saga. Today we're showing them off on the Vegeta's Family team. We're in the Legendary Goku event just because, I mean, this is really where this guy wants to be used. First turn he's at 76,000 defense. That's before he like gets any super attacks whatsoever. I guess we're gonna let Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta just get all of that ki. Okay, so 825k here. I mean, it's not bad, because remember how bad he was before this, and also like he's not linked up very well here. I'm not sure if he had any attack links active. Our rotations were really bad. I got that Vegeta in the 7th slot, and I got the Vegeta that I wanted to have him on a rotation with in the 2nd rotation. But next turn I think we're going to finally have our rotation set. Yeah, we already have it here. I want the Trunks with this Vegeta. They'll share a good amount of links on top of, like, both of them raise their defense on super attack. And then on the other rotation, I wanted the AGL Easy A Vegeta along with the Tech Easy A Vegeta. And they share Prepared for Battle, Shattering the Limit, Super Saiyan, stuff like that. So they should be pretty decent linking partners as well. Please don't finish this off. I mean, my Vegeta's 55%, so I don't think he will. Yeah, he won't. Okay, if Super Saiyan Goku... Well, actually, I really hope Super Saiyan Goku does a super attack on Vegeta here, because he has type disadvantage, so that would actually hurt a lot. Perfect, and we didn't counter it. The reason I like this is because now next turn he's going to get that extra 30% attack, I think it was. So I just want to stay here for about as long as I can. So his defense went up to 98k just after 1 super. That's pretty good. I'm going to leave the AGL Vegeta in the front slot. He's not going to finish it off. He doesn't hit hard. But the reason I'm leaving him there is because I do want him to get hit as much as I can, like, let him get hit, because that's how he raises his defense. I mean, he also does it on super attack, but it's only for like 9 turns or something. Alright, so let's see how much his attack goes up here, because he should have that extra part of his passive as well as better links. Yeah, here he's over 1 million. That's pretty good. And he is getting like a chance to crit as well. So I just want to stay here, and I think after 4 turns, he should have his max attack, and then after 5 turns, he should have his max chance to crit. So we'll check back in at some point over there. Now, the way I said that sounded like a transition cut. We're not going to cut. We want to see him in just about every phase. It doesn't really matter in certain phases. Like, against the Super Saiyan 3 phase, it doesn't really matter, because he has type advantage, and he already is going to have over 100k defense next turn, so he's not going to take any damage, but I guess we can get a rotation there anyway. Maybe we can see him take a super and see how much he'd take. It wouldn't be too much damage, I don't think, but I guess we could see. Vegeta here is only at 1.1. What are you going to do? This team is very tech heavy, but also all the tech units like raise defense, so I'm not very scared against an UI Goku. Although I guess I wouldn't be scared anyway, because in videos like this, I don't really try and win. I just try and make it to UI Goku and get a few rotations with the unit that I'm showing off. Okay, so here, let's check in his defense again. 121k. Oh my gosh, this Vegeta's at 253. That is pretty good. I'm going to leave him up front just because I do want to see if he has his full passive. He probably does, just seeing how high his defense was. Let's see. Ooh, this is going to hurt a little bit. He has type disadvantage, but also 253k defense. Yeah, that. Alright, so he did have his full passive active there. So now, starting from next turn, I can just leave the Tech Vegeta in the front slot so that he can, like, guaranteed stack his defense every single turn. Alright, 1.2 million here. His attack is just steadily going up. And then also his crits. Ooh, the double super. I gave him level 15 additional because he does raise his defense, and he also does get the chance to crit from his passive. So I figured the additional would be the best thing to like buff him, because like dodging isn't really necessary. I gave him level 3 dodge just because that's what I do, but I felt like it wasn't really necessary to give him any more crit, considering like in an event like this we can pretty easily stay below the threshold, or at least I thought, because here I think we're a little above the threshold, so we need to get supered here. Anyone who gets supered here would take a little bit of damage, enough to where we could fall below the threshold, I think. I should have not supered with the Scatter Vegeta, because Scatter Vegeta would have taken a lot of damage here. Okay, I didn't get many orbs with this Vegeta on purpose, so hopefully like he gets supered. Come on, his defense shouldn't be that high here. Oh, he took double digits. Okay, whatever. I kind of needed to super with the Gallic Vegeta, though, now that I'm thinking about it, because he does raise defense as well. And I want him to be at least okay, no supers at all. I can't tell. I guess we can tell by how much, like, so his defense here, 100, he's stacking up really fast, okay. But I think we can tell by his attack stat here, because it should be about the same. There's no, like, support type units on this team. This is kind of a defense and an offense showcase. How much he can take here? Yeah, 21k, that's nothing at all. 1.38. Did that go up? I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember what his attack was before this, so I might be bad at this. So once again, I don't need to cut, because next rotation we're just gonna finish off the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and then we'll be back just in time for God Goku. I am going to put this Vegeta in the front slot, because Trunks stacks up his defense significantly faster. I keep on getting same color orbs, kind of on purpose, but also because I'm forgetting. I would like to take damage here. Please, just like hit Vegeta really hard. Type advantage. Why? All right, please super. Depending on what happened last rotation, I could know right now if we were below or above the threshold for his passive. But I wasn't paying much attention. I remember now last rotation he was at 1.38. So I guess if it stays the same here, we will know that his passive did not like activate. Ooh. Okay, so here his defense is up to 190k. He's stacking up really fast. We could get a Dokkan mode here, but I really don't want to. So we'll just stop that from happening. So here, 1.54. So he was getting his passive this whole time. That is nice. So I think that was his full passive. I think if it wasn't, he's going to get his full passive next turn. But that chance to crit, as you can see, it's coming up. So now he has 28% crit chance from his passive, as well as I think I gave him level 8 crit in the potential system. So just those two, like, I almost said mixing together, but they don't mix together. They're separate chances, but they're both like have at least a decent chance of activating. Okay, so next rotation. Normally I would cut here, but I'm actually not going to cut here because I do want to see next rotation just to see if he had his full passive active this turn, or if he did have one turn of his passive left. We're getting the Dokkan mode here though, so it doesn't look like we're gonna get the passive. What are we doing? Yeah, I'm gonna get the Dokkan mode here. That is upsetting. So here his defense is at 138k though, without his passive, because like on the other rotation, like because he's not on rotation here, he's not getting his passive active. So that 138k is just from him stacking up his defense. So that defense stack, I mean, I think he's stacking up his defense faster than some units who like greatly stack defense, which is really, really good. Because if I remember correctly, like his passive, it only gives him attack and a chance to crit. It doesn't give him any extra defense. So he is actually impressing me a lot here. Now Trunks is going to heal us up here, so I guess I won't be able to see if his passive was fully built up. Although I guess I can see if his passive is still active, even if we go above 80%. So that'll be something that we can see. So like if his attack stat is still at like 1.5, or if it drops back down to like 700k, we can compare. Okay, and then Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. How much did that Dokkan mode do? Because I've noticed, like, for Dokkan modes, like, every million you do, it heals about 100,000 HP, so maybe if that didn't do too much, he won't heal us up all the way. Okay, I guess that did about 2 million damage. Alright, so here's defense 235. He's catching up to this Vegeta, the AGL one, and the AGL one's rainbow. Yeah, we're already at max HP here, so it doesn't really matter what we do. I almost just, like, force of habit used Vegeta's active skill, which would have sucked. Alright, let's see his attack stat here. Alright, so once he activates part of his passive, it is just permanently active, which is nice. And then no crit there, which is okay. And here I'm not going to cut because I want to get at least one rotation, maybe two against Blue Goku, just to show how much he completely nullifies damage. Alright, he took 65k there from a super from God Goku, which is really good, because he's going to take less from supers from Blue Goku. On top of because his defense is going to be higher, but also because, like, he's going to have type advantage. So he might take double-digit damage from a Blue Goku super. And he's already at the point where he would take double damage from, well, double-digit damage is what I mean, from in UI Goku, even though he's a tech-type unit. Well, that's a lot of orbs. What's his defense at here? 274k. He has a higher defensive stat than this Trunks. That's funny. Okay, so it does suck here that I think Trunks and Vegeta are probably going to finish it off, because the physical scouter Vegeta in the back would like to super, because he can get hit really hard against STRUI Goku if you haven't got him to stack up too much. Although, I did get a lot of orbs. If I can get so many orbs, I think we could get a super with him. I guess it's still possible. 2 million. If he doesn't crit, we might not finish. No crit, and he can't additional. Perfect. So you are getting a super off with this Vegeta. See, like, it's weird to compare how units stack, because this Vegeta, it feels like he stacks super duper slow, the physical scouter Vegeta, but this tech Vegeta feels like he's stacking up, like, incredibly fast. Alright, so here his defensive stat is 258k, so he did finally jump over the AGL Vegeta as far as defensive stat goes. I think after this rotation, I'm probably just going to cut to STRUI Goku, because here he's just going to dominate. Whoa, we're going to see him take a super as well. Okay, cool. My phone is telling me that my charge is not acceptable, or whatever. So 12,000 is really nothing. And then these normals, you saw him take 12,000 from a super, so you know these normals are going to do double-digit damage. So right now I think we're just going to cut to STRUI Goku. That's where the difficulty in this event really starts to escalate. We'll be back in a second. Alright, so here we are against STRUI Goku. Here Tech Vegeta has 327,000 defense, which is pretty good. We'll see how much he takes here. I hope he gets supered, so that way we don't need to get a second rotation, because I always like to see them get supered. And if he doesn't get supered on the second rotation, I'm probably just going to cut anyway. But let's see. Alright, please don't super on AGL Vegeta. He would take no damage. He would take maybe double digits, but that's not what we're here to see. Of course. Okay, so we're going to have to get a second rotation here if I want to see him get supered, which I would like to see. But here, he's just definitely going to take double digits. No double super, but that's perfectly fine. Now, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta in the back end, he might get smacked up a little bit, because we didn't get an 18 key super, which means, like, his defense here is going to suck. Well, I guess not suck, but, like, in comparison to all the other units here, like, he's taking 40k. He's, like, the only unit on this team who's going to be taking damage from normals. And that's a fact. Even this Vegeta, he gets his defense on super attack. That's why, like, it doesn't look great right now. But even that Vegeta, he's going to be taking, like, double-digit damage from normals, even with type disadvantage. Yeah, we're definitely going to do that. His defense here is actually not as good as I was hoping it would be, because I was able to get him a total of 2 orbs. But it should be enough, hopefully, to not die. This Trunks almost had a 3 million attack stat. Okay, yeah, we're fine here. Trunks isn't going to take much. Hold up, what was Trunks' defense at? Because I think Trunks' defense was about where the Vegeta's defense was. So, if Trunks took double digits, I think Vegeta would take double digits. Although I'm not 100% sure that their defense was, like, in the same spot. This Vegeta's still taking double digits, even though we got, like, 2 orbs. Shout out to him. I'm pretty sure, even though type disadvantage, he's going to take nothing. Okay, additional normal. That's not what I was going for. Oh, okay, that's perfect, actually. So now we can see, is the 1.5 million with his full passive active? So, last rotation, the super was first. So this rotation, there's no reason for me to be thinking the way I'm thinking, but the super attack is going to be second. So, that's my thinking now. So 349,000 defense from our boy Vegeta. And I know I already said this, but if he doesn't super here, I'm just going to cut anyway. And we'll see if we can maybe get super by Int UI Goku. Because we would definitely not get one-shotted with how high his defense is here. Especially like if UI Goku just starts to dodge here. Alright, so here Vegeta, 1.5 million is with his full passive active. But do keep in mind, like, he does also have a 35% chance to crit from his passive. So, like, I don't know, he's definitely a lot better than most of the units who Easy A from the Extreme Z area. Most of the time Extreme Z areas are not, like, the best, but this guy's definitely really, really good. But anyways, now we are going to cut to Int UI Goku. We will be back in a second. Alright guys, so here we are against Int UI Goku, and it's been an hour, because I died twice. It's embarrassing. I had items, I didn't use them. I've used them this time. I used 3 items to get here, because I just didn't want to die a 3rd time. But I'm pretty sure after this rotation, we're just going to call it. So, I waited like an extra hour to get this 1 rotation, so I hope it was worth it. So, I'd like to see him get supered, please. Alright, so double digits from normals. With type disadvantage, that's extremely, extremely good. Now, one thing is, like, the first time that we were here, I think he would have had a higher defensive stat, just because I think he got some additional supers, whereas, like, in this run that I'm in right now, he got no additional supers. He got, like, his first 5 attacks, he had additional normals, but he got no additional supers. So, I mean, that didn't really help him very much. We did not see him get supered here, so I guess we're gonna stay here. If we're gonna get 1 more rotation with him, if he doesn't get supered then I guess we're just gonna say whatever. But I am curious how much he would take because of the type disadvantage. Because if he didn't have type disadvantage, I would be like, oh, he might even take double digits. But because of that, I'm not really sure. We're just gonna take this turn. I don't want to take the chance of the Vegeta and Trunks getting super attacked and us dying. And then we can just do that, whatever. Okay, so please. I would actually be very happy if Goku didn't even... Hold up, I'm stupid. Actually stupid. I was going to say, I would be happy if Goku didn't even super this turn. I took his attacks away. He can't super this turn. But it looked like there were a lot of attacks in the front slot before I took the turn. So that means next rotation I can put the Vegeta in the front slot. Yeah, and this will most likely have a super attack in it, which is what I want to see. Because, like, offensively, you can see, like, he's maxing out at about 1.5 without support. But, I mean, with the 35% chance to crit, that's not bad. But defensively, that's where we really want to look at him. I didn't look at his defense here. But it should have went up since last time. 243k. Definitely not good, but for type disadvantage against Int UI Goku with no items active, that's definitely not the worst I've ever seen. So he's definitely one of the better units in the game for this event. Can we see him crit? No, he got dodged, so I guess we'll never know. But anyways, guys, this guy's definitely really, really good. He's probably the best of the Extreme Z area units that have come out on Global. Obviously, the best on JP are pretty much all of the Super Saiyan 2 Gokus. But Global does not yet have them, so like this Vegeta is really, really good. But anyways, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please consider to leave a like, a comment, subscribing to the channel. My name is Blah, and I will see you guys next time.